replay that moment in my head multiple times a day. There wasn't anything I could do. I was out of control. From the time that I looked down at my phone to the time that I looked up, 8 seconds had passed. I never realized how far you travel in 8 seconds.
We see it too often, and Tuesday was another example where someone's killed on our roads for no reason other than someone else's poor choice to make that phone more important than driving. We shouldn't need a law to tell us to pay attention while driving. We should just be paying attention while driving because we know it's the right thing to do. And had that happened on Tuesday afternoon, there's no doubt in my mind that Mr. Bursik would have been home.
He was stopped at a stoplight, and I hit him when I was going 63 miles an hour, and hit so hard that my truck went on top of his car. And I couldn't steer. I couldn't. The brakes didn't do anything. I couldn't do anything.
I've heard the reports that the fire department took hours to get him extracted from the vehicle. That is a haunting image in my mind that I think about all the time.
We'll never get to see our dad again. And it's all because of the 8 seconds that Sam decided to look at his phone.
Robert and I were married on March 23rd of 2013, and he died just short of our 5-year anniversary. He made people feel very welcomed. He was always kind of the life of the party. He was never afraid to laugh at his own jokes. He really cared about humanity, the environment. I have 2 stepkids who are older, and when we were married, he really wanted to have another child, and of course I did too. So Ian was born in 2011, and he just thought it was the best thing. Even though he was an older father, he just looked at it like, how lucky am I to be able to get to do this again. He's missed out on so much. He's missed out on his daughter's wedding. He's missed out on the birth of his grandson. He's missed out on his son graduating from college. And Ian has missed out on not growing up and sharing a lot of those things with Rob that you hope every kid and father get to do. And he missed out simply on, somebody's poor choice. It's been difficult. He misses his dad a lot.
My dad was the most energetic, outgoing, loving, funny guy almost anyone has ever met. He was that guy that just absolutely lights up a room when he steps into it. The big thing that we were planning when my dad was killed was my wedding. He was gonna walk me down the aisle. So my uncle Paul, my dad's brother, had to walk me down the aisle because my dad wasn't there. My son was born in June of 2018. I can only imagine what an amazing grandpa he would have been. I feel devastated for my little brother Ian. I feel devastated for my brother Colin. I feel so sad for my son that he never got to meet him and have him as a grandpa. I feel so horrible for my stepmom. It's just so hard to think about the fact that he doesn't get to be here for the world and continue making an impact.
The day of the crash, I was leaving my second to last stop. And I got onto Highway 36, going east towards Wisconsin. And meanwhile, while I was driving, I got a message about a house that my girlfriend at the time was looking at. And I pulled out my phone to look at it, to see what she was talking about. I thought it would be fine. I thought nothing will happen. During those 8 seconds, the time went by so fast. I traveled a lot farther than I ever thought I would have. I looked up just before I hit the vehicle, and my truck went right on top of his car that he had and pushed him all the way through the intersection. And I got out of the truck as fast as I could, and I ran back to the car. By then, it sank in fully that it was too late.
When I found out about Rob's passing, we were actually going through a very difficult time. My son was in Children's Hospital, and he had a bad eye infection, and he was getting treated for that. And a nurse came into the room, and she had just a grave look on her face. And then a state trooper came over to me and sat me down in a chair and told me the news. And I remember, maybe about 20 seconds of just numb, staring at him, and then having to go into the next room and tell my son that his father was killed in an accident. He immediately started crying, and the first thing he asked me is, will I be able to get a new dad? And that was devastating.
When I think about Mr. Bursick, I think about his family. I think about him being a dad. I think about him being a professor. I think about his greenhouse that he had, which was his business. I think about his kids. You definitely don't want to be that person that takes somebody else's life. You don't want to go to jail over it. You don't want to hurt your own family and their family. At the time of the crash, I was a single dad raising a young son and a young daughter. Over the time I've been in jail, my children have missed out on me being there for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, for their Christmas concert. And they've just missed out on me being there every day as I was before. I know in the future my family will get to have me back for holidays. But Mr. Bursick's family won't have him back for any future holidays. It's heartbreaking to know that that happened, to know that I caused that, to know that it's my fault that they won't get to enjoy another holiday with him. I can't say I'm sorry enough. I can't tell you how bad I feel knowing that you have to grow up without your father. I wish I could take it all back. I wish I could change the events. Getting one text and checking one Zillow link led to an entire life of regret, remorse, sadness, heartbreak. I don't think drivers realize how long they're actually looking at their phone, not paying attention to the road. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you wear a suit and tie. It doesn't matter if you wear jeans and boots. It doesn't matter what you do for a job. This can happen to anybody. All it takes is one poor decision.
Every time I hop in my car, I see people driving distracted. And I just want to stop the person and shake them and tell them, do you have any idea what you're doing right now did to my family? Do you have any idea what that did to my family and what you could do to someone else's?
Hey, Jace. Ian's doing well, responding nicely to the antibiotics.
My dad left me a voicemail updating me on my brother Ian's condition at Children's Hospital the day that the crash happened.
So just wanted to let you know, if you're having a good day, I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye.
We have the memories, yes, but we'll never get to see our dad again. And it's all because of the 8 seconds that Sam decided to look at his phone.